We're serving up 2 minutes for slashing.
You do that, you go to the box, 2 minutes by yourself, and you feel shame. And then you get free.
Back to Hockey Talk on 1440 and 92.1 WNFL.
And welcome back to Hockey Talk here on WNFL. Jason Hovick, Scott Jewett, along with head coach and general manager Pat Mickish, every Tuesday night here in studio, 6 to 7 p.m. Of course, the Green Bay Gamblers coming up with their 17th annual Teddy Bear Toss at the Rush Center as they take on the Chicago Steel. Should be a great crowd, and if you want more information, go to gamblershockey.com. But we're going to get away from our traditional questions about hockey, and let's go to Know Your Teammate. This is a segment that I get really excited about because, as Pat can contest, I don't know the X's and O's as well as you guys do. So this is my way to banter.
I like a couple of these questions tonight, though. There's a couple really good ones make you think a little bit.
We're going to get to know Chris Grando and what makes Chris Grando tick with these questions. I'm pretty excited. Chris, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, you know what? And I apologize. We had some time in our office today, and this is what happens. We picked the toughest questions, and you know what? We'll get right to it. So, Chris, as a rookie on this team, I'm just going to go. We usually do 3 bio questions and 3 random questions. I only did 1 bio question, and Josh Dunne will have to answer them and whatnot. So we're going to give him a little bit of a tougher challenge tonight. Let's get right into it. Our first question for you, Chris, tonight. If you go to a restaurant and have terrible service, is it okay not to tip? What are your thoughts?
Personally, I think that you should always tip somebody for serving you. I don't believe it's the waiter or waitress's fault if the kitchen is not running right. So they should deserve it.
I think he's been trained. This is very diplomatic. Hey, Scott?
Don't you pay for your food, though? I mean, I got to be honest. The tip is for exceptional service, isn't it?
If I can comment on this, first of all, Chris is using his mom and dad's credit card. So mom and dad have told him just to make sure you leave a tip when you leave.
Make sure you leave a healthy tip. So, hey,
tipping is good.
That's fair enough. I like it. So we'll put down no. That's nice of him, right?
It is nice. People will appreciate that.
No, absolutely. Next question. I want to know what kind of teammate you are, and this question I think we'll figure that out. Would you rather have someone give you $23,000 or everyone on your team would get $1,000, including yourself? So are you going to be that selfish guy and take the $23,000, or are you going to give every one of your teammates, knowing that they could be listening right now, each $1,000?
That's a tough one. I mean, if they were in my position, they'd probably take the $23,000. But I mean, if I say that I'm taking $3,000, then they'd say, "Oh, I'm not for the boys. That's not for the boys at all. Like, you gotta give everybody some money." But I'd probably take $23,000.
On my drive home, I was going through all these scenarios on what I would potentially do. I would take the money and maybe give them a little bit more and say, "Hey, they gave me $500 for everybody," and then
that sounds reasonable. I cut it down.
Scott, you're a teammate, though, right?
I like that question. But I put it into a hockey context. You're on a 2-on-0. And there's an empty net. Do you score or do you pass to your teammate?
That's a very good question, Chris.
Same kind of question. You pass?
Yeah.
He's going to pass, but he's going to take the money.
Money's money, I get it.
Money's money.
I get it.
No, I like it. But you would split it, right, amongst your teammates?
Yeah.
You're a teammate kind of guy.
Yeah. I think I would. Most of my teammates, they were always, taking your money anyway.
Thanks.
If you had some, they took it. If I had, if they had some, I took it. It was, who's got any money?
You guys played hockey. I know, Pat, you played professional hockey. Did the rookies ever have to buy dinners for the vets or anything like that? Did anything like that have to happen?
Yeah, it's a pretty good tradition of rookies buying a dinner for the vets. And I think my rookie year in the American League, we had probably about a $15,000 dinner that had to be split up, equally amongst a group of rookies. But it was that's a one-time thing. You hear about some of the NHL ones now. They'll get up into the $80,000 to $100,000 dinner that'll be taken care of. And I'm trying to figure out if they're coming in on helicopters or what they have going in on those nights.
That's definitely out of my tax bracket, I'll tell you that.
In Sweden, I remember it was nowhere near those numbers, but I remember one for $3,800. And one by one, the players, and again, I didn't speak Swedish, but players one by one, they were going up and going to the washroom. And then the next one would get up, and then the next one would get up. There got to be about 3 guys left at the table, and I thought, okay, I know what's going on here. I figured it out, but I couldn't stop it anyway because I couldn't talk to anybody. So
you got stuck.
You pay the bill.
Oh,
So
oh man.
it was nowhere near those numbers, or I would have been in trouble.
That's
Great
tough.
coach, but-
That's where you whip out the old plastic and zip,
Yep, done
and there it
deal.
goes. All right, next question. I like this. This is where we find out where the salt is. If you were really hungry, really exhausted, and really just after workout, they say really gross, what would you do first? Would you eat, sleep, or shower?
I would have to shower first, I think. I'm just kind of a bit of a clean freak, so.
Yeah, I would agree. I couldn't sleep. Like, if you were coming off like a huge workout or whatnot, I couldn't go in there and not like just fall out and sleep.
I'd eat. I mean, you guys do what you do. Gotta eat.
You definitely got to eat. I was talking to Greg in our front office. I was like, could I eat in the shower? Is there a way to do that and kind of figure that out? But I'm with you. But we'll put down shower first for you. Cleanliness is very important. Worst locker room tradition. I'm not talking about the good ones. I'm talking about, some other ones that like paying for dinners or whatnot. What do you think the worst locker room tradition is?
One of the worst locker room traditions is when we arrive at a team meal somewhere like Olive Garden and say we're on the road, all the rookies have to wait for the vets that sit in the back of the bus to get off, and then we get off so they can sit down first.
Now, my first road trip with the Gamblers was 8 years ago, and they used to do like the ketchup packet. Like somebody would sneak under the table
Shoe check.
and do shoe check. Is that
That's
still a
bad one
thing?
too. Yep, shoe
Does
check.
that still happen?
If you
They
get shoe
still
checked,
ding the glasses, and everybody
Yep.
looks at their shoes. No, is it
Yep,
me?
you got to sing a song actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you
I think,
sing it to the team, or do you go out and sing it in public? Because that's
You just stand up on your chair and the whole restaurant you sing in front of them.
that's
I think Josh
that's
actually
rough.
did once. Yeah, it was really good.
Well, we'll have to talk to Josh. Josh is outside the studio right now, but we'll talk to Josh about that. Do you at least get to pick the song?
Yes.
I mean, that's
you can
good.
pick whatever song.
All right, next question for you as we get through here. Your father played a what collegiate sport at Dowling College?
He played basketball.
Basketball. He was a basketball player. And you went into hockey. I mean, did you play basketball at all yourself, Chris?
I actually never did. I never played basketball growing up, which makes my dad probably a little sad, but he loves hockey too, so.
Hey, you learned to love hockey. Well, you're a heck of a hockey player, so things have worked out, right, Scott?
So far, so good.
And I always like this question. We'll end with this one. We'll take a break. We'll bring Josh in. If your life was a movie, which actor would play you?
That's a tough one, but I'd probably say James Franco.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think he's really funny, and he's had some good movies, so.
I asked my wife this question about me, and she said Adam Sandler because of the nose and like
Nice.
the short gray hair.
Your humor. You got
And
good
see,
humor.
at least she thinks I'm funny yet, I guess. Yeah, that's good. So we'll
And going off the script a little bit, but one other thing is this gentleman, if you've ever watched him skate, he's got a very powerful, strong stride and, fun to watch skate. Is there any special things you did growing up to learn?
Yeah, I always had a skating instructor growing up, so actually my first ever coach, I skated with him for a long time, like private lessons, just working on my edges and my first pushes, so
Good for you. It worked.
thank you.
No, I can tell you got a bright future. We got to step out for a break. We're going to see how many Josh can get right of Chris's answers. That's coming up next here on Hockey Talk and WNFL.
Here's a shootout. Hockey Talk continues on WNFL.
And welcome back to Hockey Talk here on WNFL. Jason Hobbick, Scott Jewett, head coach, general manager Pat Mickish with us. We're in the middle of Know Your Teammate. We had Chris Grando just on, and now we're going to see how well Josh Dunne can match up his answers. Josh, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. First time on a radio show?
Oh, yeah. It's the first time.
There you go. Hey,
Nervous?
Should be good. No,
Yeah,
it should
nervous?
be good. No,
He's not.
I'm
He-
excited.
Good.
he's excited.
Good.
He looks
Good
excited.
answer.
You guys got new hats today, huh?
Oh, yeah. We just came into practice today for a workout. Got a hat laying on our stall. I mean, good surprise. I like them.
It's pretty sharp, huh, Scott?
They're sweet. Oh, I like them.
Like a military style helmet. They got the dog tag in the back and then the Green Bay Gamblers and script up front. I'm a big fan.
Styling.
Styling. Let's get into the questions. Let's see. Okay, the best that we've had was 5 for 6. And actually, it was Luke Bafia and then Gordy Meyer matched that up last week. So let's see how well you know your teammate. We'll start out with the first one. And they had it a little bit easier, and I'm going to be a little bit tougher on you. They had 3 bio questions that you could just go online and find the answers for. We're not going to be that easy for you. We got 1 bio question. So let's get right to it. We asked Chris, if you go to a restaurant and have terrible service, is it okay not to tip? What do you think Chris would have said? And he's already got a smile on his face, God. I like it.
No, I think Chris would always tip. I think the tip would probably drop pretty big, though, like maybe 5% if there wasn't good service.
Chris is laughing in the background, just like, I would, and we talked about it earlier, if you have bad service, I mean, are you obligated to tip, Scott? These are tough questions.
I'm glad they're answering these ones because, I wouldn't tip, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. You're paying for a service, and if you don't get the service, I don't know. I'm up in the air, too. I'm with you.
Who am I kidding? My wife would make me tip 18%. Probably anyway,
my wife would do the same thing, so don't worry. You're not alone there.
Yep.
Okay, we'll give it to you. We'll give you that one. That's one. Okay, let's see what type of teammate you think Chris is. Would he have rather had someone give him $23,000, or would Chris instead tell that person to give every one of his teammates, including yourself, $1,000?
I think you take that $23,000 in a heartbeat.
Wow, like not even a question?
I think that's an easy one.
Not even a question. What would you do, Josh?
Oh, that's tough. I would like the $23,000. I mean,
this is where you're gonna make Chris look really bad. He's sitting right behind you.
I would probably take a pretty good portion of that, but still give some to the rest of the team.
There you go. Great team.
But putting it into a hockey context, you have a 2-on-0 on a breakaway, empty net. Does he pass it or does he score?
Oof. Oh well, personally, I would pass it because I think a point's a point, and that's the way I think. But Chris, I
think he'd just bury it, slap her from the hash mark.
Depends how he's feeling that day. No, I think he'd pass it.
Yeah, that's how, I mean, you guys, it seems like you guys have a great continuity in the locker room. There's a reason why teams are successful. You guys can joke around with each other. That's what we're doing here tonight. But overall, there's a great feel in that locker room. You guys are like a family, right, Josh?
Yeah, we are. This is a really close group of guys, not like any cliques on the team or anything. We're all pretty close and a lot of good guys. I haven't really played on a team where I felt kind of like a brotherhood, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that's because I play with them all the time or what, but I really like the group of guys.
Oh, absolutely, and that's a big key to success. Next question on the board. You're 2 for 2. If Chris was really hungry, really exhausted, or really gross, what would he do first? Eat, nap, or shower?
This is an easy one. He would shower in a heartbeat.
Definitely, right? He
that
probably
is just Chris. Like he's got to be clean. His hair's got to look good, but I'll give it to him. He looks good most of the time.
Must be killing him that he's wearing the hat right now. That the flow's not out.
I know it's really bothering him. He's taken his hat off a few times in the car just trying to fix his hair.
What's really bothering him right now is he can't refute these answers right now. He's just sitting back there taking it. As soon as we go to a commercial break, he's gonna look at us like we're crazy. Worst locker room tradition. What did you What did he think that was? I mean, there's a lot of them for rookies, and you guys are rookies.
There's a lot of bad ones, but for Chris personally, I think it'd have to be like court because Chris
can find a lot.
Yeah, he finds a way to. I mean, he doesn't really like accepting the fact that they can just take his money, so he lets him hear about it.
Did you guys have anything like that? You know, it's all about teammates holding other teammates accountable.
I think it depends on the team. I think we had kangaroo court with a few teams that I was on where the captains decided what went on. We had a few other teams where the coach. It depends what you did. I think is the other thing. If it's a pretty a bad offense, then yeah, I'm sure that the coach would have to come in and figure it out. But
the fines, though, in general, they've gone down a lot as the year's gone on.
That's good. That's a good sign.
Rules came into place.
Head coach over there is shaking his head like, "Yep," and they should. And they should.
We're actually very lucky. I know a lot of other teams, they have to pay like double, triple what we have. So I'm fine with paying $5-10 a week.
Well, I can't give you that one because he said actually waiting outside while the vets get off the bus to dinner. But we joke, but there's a lot of good locker room traditions too, of course.
Sure.
There's got to be somebody on the team if you can throw them onto the bus here. Is there anybody that fills skates with shaving cream? Is there anybody that puts two-way tape in your helmet or anybody like that.
Chris, you can pipe up too if you're in the venue.
We haven't had anything very, very bad yet. We've had a few water under the helmets.
Oh.
And you take the helmet out, water comes out. Actually, there's one day it happened to Chris, I think, like 2 or 3 times. I think he got on one of the vet's nerves. So.
That really took me off. Yeah.
But we haven't had anything bad. I mean, there's a few guys who like to do it a little bit more than others, but hasn't gotten bad at all.
All right, I got you got one wrong so far. Let's go to the next one. Chris's father, Chris, played what collegiate sport at Dowling College? It's Division II.
I have a feeling it's soccer for some reason. I just think it's soccer.
It's basketball. It's basketball. I pulled that one right off. That's the one bio question. Does Chris look like a soccer player to you a little bit? If he wasn't a hockey player, he's shaking his head. Josh is like yes. Chris is like absolutely
maybe
not.
a little bit.
He's got quick feet. Yeah,
he's quick feet, but he's a
now
little
that you
bit
say
tougher,
that,
I would say, right?
He's pretty good at basketball. Yeah, he's okay.
All right. If Chris's life was a movie, which actor would play him?
Oh, that's tough. Chris is different in certain areas. I would say I could see him as a Shia LaBeouf a little bit in certain times, and then I can see him like Zac Efron too at the same time. I don't know.
He thinks as himself as a young James Franco. Himself.
I see it.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah.
I couldn't answer. Like I said, I'm like Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen combined, without the humor. So yeah, you got three out of 3. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're a little short on time. Josh, Chris, thanks for playing. It's been fun. We got to step out for a break. When we come back,